Hey, you like what you see? Maybe consider hitting that subscribe button for more sweet retro gaming content. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, this is Matt NES, and this is a little bit of a different type of video that I'm trying out on the channel. Don't worry if you guys are a fan of some of my old content, that stuff's not going anywhere, but I wanted to do this as a little bit of an experiment. So sit back, relax, and, you know, if you want to, see what I have to say. So, if you've guys seen any of my past videos, or if you've read the title of this video, then you all know how important I feel like physical video games are to the industry and to gamers as a whole. But I never went into any detail of why it's so important to me, or why an all-digital future for gaming just kind of scares me, really. And for those of you who do prefer digital games over physical ones, like, I get it. No, seriously, I actually really get it. I get that it's more convenient, I get that people don't want to have a bunch of stuff taking up room on their shelves or something like that. I understand why people can prefer digital games over physical ones. And for the most part, I guess this video is not really directed towards you. Rather, it's directed more towards people who still want to have physical media, but still say that digital only is the future, or don't really want to fight back against this stuff. So naturally, because I feel so strongly about this subject, I tend to look up other opinions of gaming YouTubers or other gaming journalists about this particular subject. And I think to myself, surely I'm not the only one who thinks about this. Surely some people must agree with me that an all-digital future is not necessarily what people want, or is even healthy for the industry as a whole. But as it turns out, no, that's not the case at all. It turns out that my position on this subject is actually pretty rare, and a lot of people tend to agree that an all-digital future is coming, and there's nothing we can do about it. Whenever I see people talking about this subject on YouTube, I usually hear them say the following lines. I love physical games! I much prefer them over digital ones, but all the big corporations want to move over to an all-digital future. I would prefer to keep around physical games, but there's nothing we can really do to stop it, guys. Hearing this time and time again from people who supposedly wants to keep physical games around frustrates me to no end. At the end of the day, corporations depend on us. We are the lifeblood of the industry. If we're not buying their games, the industry doesn't work. The industry won't be making money. Ultimately, we're kind of the boss. What we say goes. And if we don't like something, we can vote with our wallets. Gee, what a novel concept, right? Remember the Xbox One and its DRM locked discs? Yeah, we spoke up about that and put an end to that. Remember when EA used to put those online passes into brand new games, punishing people who bought used games in order to pay $10 to play online? Yeah, we spoke up and we put an end to that. Literal laws are being put into place to prevent these greedy companies from preying on younger people with their loot boxes. All because we spoke up about it! I could be a little bit more understanding if this was coming from people who prefers digital games over physical ones. But that's not the case. These people claim that they prefer physical games, but they don't want to do anything to stop it. And by this point, I bet you guys are thinking, okay, Matt NES, you're getting all worked up over this whole thing. It's not really that big a deal. So what if you can't have a bunch of games on your shelf? What's the big deal? Why can't we just go all digital? Why is that such a problem? Let me sum it up to you guys like this. Around 2009 is when I started collecting video games. I got into it by playing games on the Virtual Console, but I wanted to own my old Nintendo cartridges, like actually hold them in my hands. I went to a store, I picked up a stack of about 8 games or so, and I bought a Nintendo Entertainment System. I went home, plugged it in, and within minutes, I was enjoying some of my favorite games that I used to play as a kid. There was no hassle whatsoever. I didn't have to worry about licenses running out. I didn't have to worry about games being delisted. I didn't have to worry about downloading patches or updates or whatever. I plugged in my game and I was playing it, and it was such a fantastic experience. An all-digital future jeopardizes all of that. The freedom of being able to pick up a game from a garage sale or a swap meet or a used bookstore. You won't be able to do that anymore if all these games are digital. All because these companies demand to have more control over their games and not produce extra plastic. Oh, but these companies will save so much money if they don't have to make physical discs anymore. Why do you care about these companies saving money or not? Did you invest money in these companies? Do you have stocks in these companies? Otherwise, why do you care about their bottom line? Video games are a business, bro. They need to be able to be somewhat financially stable. The business model of selling physical video games has been financially stable for nearly 50 years. Don't even come at me with that argument. I've heard all the arguments. Getting rid of physical games, especially now, makes zero sense to me. And in the meantime, there are some of these greedy-ass companies that are trying to pull these bully tactics in order to push us into an all-digital age. I'm looking at you, Activision. What the fuck were you guys thinking with the Spyro Reignited trilogy? There was no reason why that game couldn't be completely on the disc, especially on PS4. But do any of these bigger YouTubers with their huge platforms, who claim to like physical games by the way, do they take any issue with this whatsoever? No, of course they don't. Whenever these companies pull something like that, these YouTubers will always say something like, "Oh, this just shows that these companies really want to go all digital. That's just the path we're going down." Bleh. That just sends out a horrible message to everyone listening to you. So we should just roll over and accept it? Should we just not actually own the things that we buy, and instead we just own an extended license or a long-term rental? Because that's essentially what digital games are now. There is no lending, trading, selling, giving away digital video games. And if they do loosely offer one of those things, it's horribly constrictive, and it's all under the control of that said company. Is that really the future that you want for all video games? Do you really want to force that on everyone? You claim that you like physical games. Why do you still defend it? Why do you just accept it? I don't fucking understand. I really don't want to get into the whole PC versus console thing, but this is honestly one of the reasons why I still only play on consoles, is because of the freedom that physical games offers you. And no, PC guys, I'm not talking about freedom when it comes to things like mods and stuff like that. Shut up. I honestly feel sorry for some of the kids on Steam that has to deal with some of this crap. Whenever a game gets delisted on Steam because of a license running out, boop, it's just gone. Nothing you can do about it. Too bad if you wanted to play it, I guess. Your only other option is piracy. But at the end of the day, I don't want you guys coming away from this video thinking that I have just a giant hate boner towards all digital games. 'Cause honestly, I don't. I know that digital games has an extremely important place in the gaming industry. I think both digital and physical games can work together side by side in order to fit everyone's needs, not just a few people with a strong opinion. But I guess just to sum everything up, all I'm really trying to say is, going all digital, I feel like we would lose so much more than we would gain. And I just don't see any reason to do it. But the conversation honestly doesn't have to end here. I really honestly would like to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below. I know that my opinion is extremely rare to have, which is kind of sad to think about, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys agree with me? I'd seriously like to know. So that was quite different from some of my other videos. I would also like to know what you guys thought of this new format. I could definitely bring it back. I have plenty of other things I could give my stupid ass opinion on. And don't worry guys, all my other collecting and pickups videos and unboxings and stuff like that, all that's gonna still be sticking around on the channel if you guys came here for that content. I mean, if you really liked it, you could also show me by giving me a like on the video, just saying you can. It's there, the like button's there, you can click it. If you also liked what you saw and you're brand new here, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and also the bell to be notified of future videos. That would be a cool thing of you to do. And I got lots of other stuff down in the description down below. Twitter, Twitch, giveaways, all that good stuff. Check it down below. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you later. Take care.